let me.
There are a few numbers here, okay? But your message is okay. So what is your plan?
Let me tell you what we are planning. You see, you are asking us as a constituents of veterans. We are representing a multitude of veterans. In the first place, we are where we are because we had problem or challenges with governance. If we had a functioning system in government, I don't think we would find ourselves in this quagmire. Before I answer about our plan, what made us find ourselves inviting each other to announce our stance to defend and protect the Constitution is because we have realized that the amendment of the Constitution will not benefit ordinary people, including ourselves. We are not special. We are simple, privileged and lucky that we participated in the armed struggle. And what we were taught under the trees were that we should come and ensure that Zimbabweans enjoy the freedom economically and politically, which is, as we speak today, in all honesty, for those that are brave enough, they will tell you that they are not enjoying the independence and freedom. And as war veterans ourselves, we are called to duty so that we can call to account our government and our ruling party, ZANU-PF, to revisit the founding ideals of the revolution. That's where we underline ourselves. We are no monopoly of wisdom. It's only it's common sense that when we all went to war voluntarily, by the way, no wonder why we find ourselves voluntarily expressing ourselves, because we are not under any payroll. We are simply saying the leadership that we mandated to rule this country is no longer submitting itself to the expectation of the people of Zimbabwe. Now, how we are hoping that we could ameliorate the situation. Yes, today we are announcing this to the media, hoping that the media will also share with the rest of the nation, because it would look like a common opinion out there. Everyone is feeling that we cannot amend the Constitution is sacrosanct. So our plan is to continue to engage ordinary citizens. You remember we were emphasizing on the need of educating citizens. Citizens at times, they get hoodwinked, they get manipulated by pieces of chicken. You can amend a constitution because you ate a piece of chicken. So it's our responsibility as veterans, and I hope even the media, and indeed society at large, it will be our responsibility from today. We are not going to rest our laurel. We are going to go out there engaging civil society, unions, whatever, even the religious. Thankfully, we had the religious sector announcing openly, though it was watered down by some quota of individuals who thought they are still benefiting on the status quo. But we are going to, it's our responsibility as citizens to engage with other constituencies. We get their views, and they say strength is in unity. We are protecting this. We are not going the partisan way. We are simply saying, as citizens, we created this constitution. It's important that we must protect it and guide it. when you disrespect the Constitution, that's where there is a contest for corruption. Now we find ourselves in a tribal. I don't know how to describe it, but as you can see, we had put all these no to tribalism, no to nepotism, no to a dynasty. It's just because these are the things that are happening on a day-to-day basis. Ordinary citizens are unable to find paying jobs because if I sit on a specific throne, be it privileged throne, that means I will take my relatives and everyone else is thrown under the bus. And we continue to say we are a united Zimbabwe. We are not. We see people where we have a class structure, where we have the super rich, who are black, mind you, super rich and super poor. There's nothing in between. So are we in an independent Zimbabwe? In our view, we are saying no. I hope I've responded.
Okay, thank you. Another question. Sorry. What is your solution or your plan? Another plan?
When you what?
What is your other plan between joining the whole war veterans and everything to instigate everything that you're saying? This is saying the Constitution is messed up. Okay? What is your plan?
I've already mentioned about the plan. We are going to engage other communities.
Even culturally and everything. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, not necessarily culturally, because the Constitution is very clear. All we are saying, we are going out sharing with the other constituents in communities and the like.
But you mentioned culturally. You said culturally, okay? And then I'm asking, what is your plan? Because now, look at our numbers. Some of them, the journalists, CFM.
But what has it to do with culture,
no,
comrade?
You say culturally. Okay? That's why I'm asking, what is your plan? Both culturally, both war veterans and everything. What is your plan?
You have been answered.
No.
Yes,
No, I asked a different question. In the first place, what is your plan? Okay, culturally, you said culturally.
I'm not going
What
to
is it
give you
that-
my plan. Maybe he will.
I said, you are the one who answered.
Do I mention
so
culture?
what is
No,
your
he
plan?
mentioned it,
Because all
and then
these
you
people,
said, what
they-
is
they are
culture
all
got to
Russians
do with
here,
it?
Okay?
That's what I'm asking.
So I don't know whether
Okay,
he's a
what is
bit
your plan?
inebriated or what.
Now, how are you going to increase these numbers? Okay, because now,
I've already
Wait,
said,
because now-
Yaka,
now, you
Yaka,
said-
hang on. You want to hear what I'm saying?
yes,
We have already said we are reaching out because we are no monopoly of wisdom. We are going to reach out to institutions, unions, whatever you it's very easy because the Constitution affects every citizen. So that's exactly how we are going to be doing it. Including yourself, we will engage you so that your generation, you can go and share whatever we are discussing here. It's not an individual's prerogative as such, but it's for all of us. I'm sure even journalists would want to see the Constitution being protected and respected. Any more questions? Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Mnangagwa, I'm a journalist. So in the case, listening to what Mr. Gay said yesterday during our press conference, he mentioned that if the president continues on the unconstitutional path that others are teaching him to, he is going to support other constitutional means to ensure that he goes. Do you think you're going to do anything? Should we expect anything from him in the case that this attempt to continue with the 2030 agenda continues?
Thank you. I think in the first place, the president, the incumbent, has declared his unavailability, right? I cannot confront the president when he said he's a constitutionalist, hence this. If he says it genuinely, my expectations obviously would have been he could have stopped even the nonsense that comes from the Mudas and those beneficiaries. But I'll still stand and still have hope that he still stands as a constitutionalist. My only challenge, and I'm speaking on behalf of the association, my only challenge is the legislatures themselves. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that would sit in parliament and deliberate on whether or not the constitution requires amendment. Those are the people who are going to be dealing with as an association. That's why we have even hinted that we will seek legal advice and subsequently legal recourse. We will have to fight it. We can't expect that a taxpayer people spend taxpayers' monies to make a referendum. It's not even necessary because in the first place, in my view, the Constitution has already been violated, and we will do everything possible to protect the Constitution by all means necessary. All right, thank you guys.
The last one. I was attracted by one of the statements of your T-shirt about the no to dynasty. Has there been any hint that there will be a dynasty in Zimbabwe?
There is already one. We wouldn't be talking about what we are realizing that the people that we have mandated to run our country, they have decided that they will surround themselves with those privileges and use their positions to employ their relatives, their friends. That's exactly what is happening. We wouldn't really be sitting here complaining. Do you imagine even yourself, my friend, you have the wish to occupy a privileged position, but you are unable to do so. You know why? It's because the doors are closed. Maybe government structure, we find that the cabinet constitute probably about 70 or 80% of people who come from a particular district. I'm not making up. It's a common knowledge. Some prefer not to talk about it, but is it fair in all honesty? When we all say we volunteer during the struggle, we exposed ourselves to the dangers. We could have been killed there, but we came back in the hope that the country was going to offer us opportunities based on merit. But we realized that when you are politically connected, that's only when you can make it. How about the rest of us who have no blue blood? So we are rising to that challenge, and we are saying, I think the majority of us who are not well off or not well connected, it's important that we unite and fight this scourge. Even today, the acting president hammered on the issue of corruption, on the issue of Mbingas. Mbingas are protected by politicians who occupy those privileged positions. So personally, I have no problem with Mbinga. It is the person that opens the doors for Mbinga to thrive. That I have a problem with. All right. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. We shall be dealing inside the week. We shall be dealing with the next level, and we will inform you. But thank you for coming nonetheless.